Always a pleasure to say good morning to everyone and welcome you into the workshop that we're going to be doing, and be thankful. I'm thankful for that we're here today. I'm thankful that I've got my facilities. I can see, I can talk, I can hear, I can say good morning, I can taste the flavor of the coffee, and I have the chance to be grateful with you. And if we can remind ourselves to be grateful, gratitude with things we take for granted, the gift of sight, the gift of feel, the gift of storytelling, the gift of just being here, then everything else is icing on the cake. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, folks. As you put your comments in, I'll try to read and get into the habit of thanking you while you're here. But today, I found my old workhorse here. This is the K-Bar Big Brother. And the story goes back with this blade as when I trained with the Philippine Marines and the Joint U.S. Forces, the Marines that were in the Philippines Marines were carrying this. I'm like, that's a big Marine knife. Because normal Marines, it's much smaller than this. And when they went back to the Ginunting versions that they were using, which is also here, I got to put it up there. I go, what are you going to do with this? So I took it to K-Bar, and they made the big K-Bar. Of course, they call it the Big Brother. I'm Kuya Doug, the Big Brother Kuya. So that's pretty cool. This was the workhorse, I called it, from our first couple of seasons on Forged in Fire, where we used this as our, shall we say, hero blade to be testing out. And you can see the painting. It went right through a car door, and it's still here. But the edges are a little bit dinged up. And from running it through that car door, you can see if I just run it, it catches. There's a burr right there that it catches on the blade. Just simply running that. You can see how it catches that burr rather than cut into it. It pulls it. So while I'm telling my stories today, I'm going to work on the idea of how relaxing this system is that I've been doing with you guys to get you into the part of the things that I've been doing. I just realized I turn away when I do this. So may not be exactly the best way to talk, so I'm going to bring it closer. So what's the talk for today's talk? Being a Thursday, a throwback Thursday, one of the jokes we had, I can't remember what the joke was. The punchline was, he took the blade and he goes, "You kill me? No, I kill me." And that idea was basically saying, it's a joke, and like, you're not going to kill me. I'm going to tell you. This is one of the things we're doing in KEAL, right? We're training this. And the joke there, it was really a lesson. It's that we're guiding. If you cannot stop an attack, then at least guide it to a point of lesser danger. Now, I'd rather it hit there, or sometimes I shield with my arms rather than get hit in critical areas. I guide it elsewhere to where it's not as critical, right? And it says, so that's what the joke was. You don't kill me, I kill me. You don't stab me, I stab me. I tell you where you're going to stab me. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to stab me. I'll tell you where. I'll tell you where you can stab me. But in looking at that, it's one of the things that kind of relates to what we've been talking about, right? And the whole thing that we talked about was, well, let's talk about it. Do we take ownership of the things? We talked about knowing the why. It's so important. Why do I do? I'm reminded of all this. And then the what. What's the lesson I'm supposed to take here? Well, do you take ownership of your why? Do you take ownership of your what? And that pretty much is what we're saying when he says, you don't kill me, I kill me. Is that I'll take ownership of my mistakes. I will take ownership of the things I need to do. Why? Because I will make my own reality. If I cannot control other people, and the only thing that I can control is me, then I will control the idea of me taking ownership of my reality, taking ownership on my focus, taking ownership of what's going on. I've always been that way. I'm a go-getter. I never wait for people to do things for me. I will go get it myself. If my situation is not where I want it to be, I will find solutions to where I want it to be. I don't wait for people. Why? Because at least if it isn't going my way, if at least I'm in a rut where I am, if at least there are things that didn't go, I was the one who did it to me. Not you. I kill me, not you kill me. And in so doing, I also am now empowered to say, no, my mess, my cleanup. Meaning, If I put myself in this situation, I will also find the solution to get out of it. No one's going to help me. It's nice to have help, but if I depend on other people, things go more added problems because, well, I got myself here. And why is that important? Taking ownership of what you are doing in your life, taking ownership of that, taking that control is a way of control. What's martial arts all about? Martial law, control of the people, control of the law. When we're talking this, it's about control. Everything we do in life is about control. We want to control the way we live. We want to control how I'm sheltered. We build a house. We want to control our environment so there are no mosquitoes or insects. So we mow the lawn. That's what humans do. We control. Look at how we've converted the whole world because we want control of the way we live. Well, that's in a big thought process. But if we just bring it to ourselves, then that means if I just want to control everything that's going on, but I can only control myself, then at least I know I'm in control. Sometimes people go, well, you're not in control of everything else. Yes, I am. I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of what happens around me. I'm in control of what I allow people to affect me. Whatever you say, it's up to me to take that information, receive it, and assign meaning to it. I'm the one in charge of assigning meaning to things. That's why when I get angry, well, that guy made me angry. No, you made yourself angry. You allowed what he said and you interpreted it. You chose to interpret it in such a way that you're insulted. That action, that flipping of the bird, that's a hand signal. It's just this, it looks like this. Or upside down looks like, or sideways, depending on where you are, right? Number one, we're number one. Why is that a bird? Well, because you think. If a little kid goes, you'll see kids go like this. How old are you? I'm 1 year old. Do you? You know it's from a kid. Do you get angry? But somebody goes, hey man, everything. Whoa. It's what you're assigning yourself meaning to that. Sure, you definitely can go with what the message coming from them is. But I can choose to say, it's just a hand signal. I will not give you the power to affect me today. You don't kill me, I kill me. I will not give that power away. So that's one form of control that we already own, but we don't seem to know to practice. How? Because we don't know that we can control ourselves. We don't know that we can control the way we receive information. We don't know the way we control our emotions. Not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But for those that I've met that always seem to be in such control, that's the one thing I found in them. Not in everything they do in life. Sometimes I go, what is the difference between a professional and an amateur? It's how they view what they're doing. Professionals are so good and they understand. They just don't know how to do what they're doing. They can control their emotions. They're like, yeah, well, I know the process. It's how I'm going to be good at this. An amateur just goes with it. Sometimes I look at it that way because they've mastered what they're doing. And it doesn't affect them. The problems that happen, I don't know. Why? They're so good at what they do. They know the ins and outs and they'll take control of how to fix it immediately. They'll know when it's their mistakes. When you go to teachers, they're the great teachers. They're the ones who know, oh, I made a mistake. But here's the solution. Why? Because they're not going to wait for somebody to tell them, you made a mistake. Oh, no, we did it. And they did. They cast blame everywhere. I'm like, no, it is what it is, man. Now fix it. I'm in control. My mistake. The first time I see something, you see, when we leave something out there and we play the blame game, who's in control? No, your fault. You take away, you lose that control by letting other people admit to that mistake that's in front of you. How are you going to fix it when you're not in control? Their fault, right? Their mess. But if I own my mistake, then I will own my solution. And that's how things get fixed. I've found that people who are always on the ball to fix issues that happens are the ones who don't wait to cast the blame game. They're immediately there and they go, this is how we make it better. This is what it is. Why? Because they're in control. I'm going to wait for somebody to fix this. I'll fix it. You don't tell me when to fix it. I'll fix it. And when I start to see that, it starts to empower me to realize what I'm doing. And today, I'm going to work on getting the edge on this guy back to where I can hopefully get to the point where it no longer is gonna have that burr. All these spots here, hopefully we'll be able to fix those spots. And for me, once again, it is about learning the journey of sharpening myself, figuring how I can get this blade to get me back that edge that I'm looking for, so that if I can get that one spot right there to be sharp, I want to get it to the point to where I can just slice through the paper without effort and not feel that drag. Then I'll know when I have that edge fixed. And that is my little morning coffee talk for today on this beautiful Thursday. Hope you enjoyed it. And once again, thanks for everyone who's here so far. Rosie, Efren, Norman, Ronnie, good morning. God bless. Corey, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the lessons. Jim, thank you. I love the blades too. That's why they're up there. I got to rotate them though, because there's others that I have not out here. Aramat, buenos dias. And everybody else, I hope that you have a great day today and enjoy this day. And then I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, folks.